Okay, so once again, second attempt at seeing if we can get this to go, but Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I have to switch over the game capture screen. There we go. So this came out in 2020. It's been a while. And I haven't really played it all that much since. I ended up getting the Intergrade version on PC when it launched, a little bit after it came out on the Epic Games Store. And I used like their insane coupon, like 50% off or something like that, plus some other thing, like it was on sale. So I ended up getting it relatively cheap. Probably could have gotten it a little bit cheaper if I waited longer, but I sort of wanted to mess around with it on PC. But this came with the INTERmission expansion, and even though I could get kind of like the upgraded graphics, play in the PS4 version of the game that I owned on PS5, I think I still needed to pay like $15 or something for this expansion. So it didn't end up working out just because of that. I just paid the extra $10. I think I paid like $25 for this and ended up getting the full Intergrade version for PC, which I could like mod and do stuff with. So, but I still haven't played the INTERmission expansion, so we're gonna try it out. I tried and attempted to stream this a minute ago, and it crashed on me in the exact same spot twice. So I think we're gonna, you know what? Let me just continue. I wonder if I should. Yeah, let me continue and see if it still crashes at that one spot. I think that's probably the best way to do it. And if it doesn't, then I'll actually back out and we'll start from the beginning just to get a sense of what's going on here. But it was like, there's 2 tutorial spots that I hit, and then on the second one, as soon as I cleared the tutorial thing, it just crashed out on me. So. Oh, it's over. Oh. Wait, that doesn't look right.
Get ready for the beating of a lifetime.
Okay, normally it would crash right around here. Which it doesn't look like it has yet. So we might be in the clear. I think verifying the files actually fixed things up. Which I kind of figured it would, but... yeah, I haven't gotten this far yet. And we finished the battle and everything.
Search for the elusive Moogle continues.
Okay, I think we're back in business. Good deal. Okay, so I'm actually going to restart then. We'll start from the beginning. There wasn't much, just a little cutscene and shit. But... you know, for the sake of the VOD, I think we'll go ahead and start it over. Let's just pick all the normal stuff. I'll let the cutscene play and mute myself, I think, while I grab some water.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar.
Got it working then? Yes, sir. I think we're all in the clear. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. There might have been some lingering bad data or something like that. I know I've switched out my GPU since I last played this, so maybe it had something tied to that. I don't know.
For the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra headquarters and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Big balls.
So, members of Avalanche, where are you? Come get me already!
I never quite understood how they worked materia.
A man in a Moogle hat.
Sometimes with weapons,
Wait, does this mean what I think it does?
like they'd be as big as that. Like she's got them and they look like tennis ball size.
So, I gotta come to you, do I? You got some nerve.
But then on some of their weapons, like Tifa in particular, you know, she's got materia equipped on her glove and they're like, I don't know, the size of marbles. Like playing marbles, they're like really tiny. So I don't get, like, do they like resize themselves or how does it work? But yeah, the ones she had there were awfully big. With Cloud's Buster Sword, his slots that he's got in there seem to fit a large variety. I guess with most of the ones that like have actual weapons that aren't attached to the user. Like Yuffie's star weapons usually can accommodate larger sizes. So anyway, it's been a minute since I played Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sort of recently, I was sort of attempting to play through the game again on PlayStation 4 on hard.
Hope you learned your lesson.
Just to get a handful of trophies and stuff, but I didn't end up making it all the way through. But yeah, I mean, ever since I played my original run through back in 2020, it's been a minute since I've visited this game. And again, I had gotten the Intergrade version and everything, you know, about a year ago. Intergrade version came out maybe like a year and a half, 2 years after the initial release. So it had already been a while since that was available. But I never really played too much of this. I took a look at my save file from when I last left off, and you know, it was still working out of like 7th Heaven and doing like the busy work. So I didn't make it too far. I probably put maybe about 5 hours or something into the game after about the Intergrade version. But yeah, I just kind of was never in the mood to play it or the expansion. But since we've got Rebirth coming out, I think next week, boy, I figured good as time as any to try and get this expansion done. Looking on how long to beat, it's not terribly long. I think we'll put a couple hours in tonight, and then we'll probably put a couple hours in on another stream and hopefully beat it. If not, it might end up being like a 3-stream deal, but I don't think it's going to take too long, so we should be able to get through pretty quickly. Alright, she's able to destroy Shinra boxes at a distance.
Gotcha.
Can I jump over there? No? I guess whatever was in there she collects automatically, I would hope. But this was kind of interesting since Yuffie wasn't in... I think there might have been allusions to her, but Yuffie wasn't in the remake at all. So
Think you can take me?
it was sort of interesting to have a little bit of an expansion with her featured in it. I always like Luffy. I like Luffy too. One Piece isn't bad. I always liked Yuffie. She was an extra character, obviously, in the original game. She could be missed. There were 2 characters that you could miss in the game, which were Vincent and Yuffie. And I kind of wonder how it's going to end up working with Rebirth, I wonder if they're gonna like lock you into getting them because they're potentially, you know, important to the story, or if they're still gonna be missable and you still have to do like some weird shit. Getting Yuffie in the original game took a little bit of work. You had to like encounter her via random encounter, and it had to be in specific locations too. I think it had to be in like a forested area. And then after you beat her, she goes through several dialogue options, and you have to pick the correct dialogue responses in order to eventually get her to come with you. And then it turns into like the whole side story eventually, and but you can get her pretty early on in the game. I think like as soon as you exit Midgar, which is still pretty early. I mean, it's, you know, the end of the game in the remake, but not too far into the game in the original version. You could get her pretty quick, so kind of cool that they have a little expansion just for her, but it is different, obviously, than what the original intention was for the game. Sounds like a pain. Well, she was completely extra, and so it was just like a little bonus thing. It kind of was a pain to get her, but it's not like you needed to get her. But if you wanted the fullest experience for the game, it was sort of like a neat little additional thing. Getting the other additional character, Vincent, took like no effort at all. Comparatively, I think he had to like beat a... I don't even know if he had to beat a boss. He just had to get through a little area and find him.
Anybody home?
Don't bother Yuffie, he's a whacked out druggo. But the way they're kind of featuring her in the... For the hardcore fans. That or the fans that bought the game guide. But the way they kind of feature Yuffie from the looks of it in the trailers and advertisements they've been showing for the next Final Fantasy VII Remake game, I feel like she's gonna be, especially since she has like this expansion DLC and everything, I feel like she's gonna be like a mandatory thing. Like there's no missing out on her. But we'll see. I would like it kind of, they, you know, did kind of make it where you had to put a little extra effort into actually getting her though. I think that would be fun. So when I originally played this game too, this was still sort of back in the day. Square's been doing a lot of weird stuff with the Final Fantasy series. They keep trying to revamp the gameplay. Typically, ever since they've gotten rid of turn-based combat ever since Final Fantasy X, which was back in what, like 2001, 2002 or something. So they haven't done that in a while. I prefer turn-based combat to semi-action, but they've been doing this semi-action shit for years now. I even liked Final Fantasy XII's like action RPG kind of formula where you can still kind of like pause everything that's going around you. A lot of people complain that, you know, with the way you can set up automated battles with it, it's like the gameplay itself. And I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of the point. You also have to kind of, you know, like put the effort in. Also ode to the OG. It'd be nice. I don't know how close they're going to stick to the original game. I am finding myself when it comes to remakes. I've always said I'm a sucker for remakes because I like to see differences between the original and the remake. But I do like it more when a remake does stuff a little bit different. However, when it comes to like game mechanics and, you know, making things feel earned or special or something, you know, I still kind of would like to have those features in there. Because like to get Yuffie, you have to earn it. And I feel like that would be better than just like having a cutscene with her pop up and say, here I am, and you don't do anything. But, you know. We're in a world where everything has to be obtained easily, so otherwise people complain. I would not be surprised if that ended up being the case. What kind of materia you got on you now? I'm sure you could take one more. Oh, we got a bunch of shit. Healing materia, deadly dodge. Steal materia allows you to steal. Parry, hold RB and press the B to activate. Okay. You can also use assess. HP up material takes a long time to level up, so might as well pop that on now. Back to what I was originally talking about, the method of combat has been changing drastically between Final Fantasy games, probably since 10. Every sequel that's come out after that has been trying to try something different. When you had 12, it was kind of like the action RPG. That was sort of what like Knights of the Old Republic and Bethesda was doing at the time.
A total duck. I thought Midgar was supposed to be the marvel of the modern world. Talk about false advertising. City of Mako? City of garbage, more like.
Ooh, dist. Final Fantasy 13, which is like one of my least favorite Final Fantasies, probably had the most awkward one. It was sort of turn-based, but it was based on like time gauges, and there wasn't really turns, and there was like this weird process that you had to go through where you had to use like magic and then use physical attacks. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I haven't played it in a long time and I didn't like it, so. And then once you got to Final Fantasy 15, it was kind of action-based, but it kind of felt like what this one feels like, which I didn't super like. I feel like the action in this game, as far as the gameplay is concerned, is a little bit more responsive than Final Fantasy 15, but there's a lot to it where it kind of feels out of your hand. Like you press a button and then the character just kind of goes off and does a bunch of shit without necessarily you needing to do too much else. And I prefer, if I'm doing something a little more action-oriented, I prefer the buttons and such to be fairly responsive.
I gotta do something.
Final Fantasy 16 was more something along those lines. I would say the combat kind of felt more, I don't know, like a Devil May Cry or an action type game. Just taking a look around here, see if there's any items I could pick up. And I actually really like the combat. It was fairly intuitive, and I think you master it fairly quickly, and they didn't throw a whole lot of variety at you to vary things up except for boss battles. But it was still fun. I played that game from start to finish, did all the extra shit, and I wasn't sick of the gameplay. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but...
Come on down. Sweet. Now to save the day.
But yeah, I kind of like the more responsive, real-time action, as opposed to, you know, just pressing and holding a button and watching, you know, an animation play for 10 seconds, which is kind of what this is. And, I don't know, I've heard that with the demo out for Rebirth, that it's a little bit changed, where it feels a little bit more responsive, but I don't know, I haven't played it. I can't speak to having played it myself. The ability Elemental and Jitsu changes elemental affinity of Yuffie's X attack while her weapon is away. Okay. Exactly. And it differs from turn-based, because with turn-based, it's almost like a game of chess, which I really like. When you have a good turn-based game and it really challenges you, and you have to think like 3 steps ahead, it's like, okay, I can make this move here, but I have to anticipate getting hit with this, and, you know, should I do a buff here, or should I wait, or should I build up this and do that? It's like, it's a different type of gameplay. So when you have turn-based, you have to start thinking, you know, like several moves ahead, and you can plan it out. But if you're going to go for like an action route, I want it to feel like I have an effect with my immediate actions, as opposed to, you know, just kind of like the pseudo sort of action thing. I don't know. Again, it's kind of hard to describe, but that's how it goes.
No freaking way.
But I got to get my feet back under me for this.
Great.
Because I definitely don't remember how to, like, super be proficient at this game. And it can still be pretty challenging, but Right now I'm getting my ass handed to me. But still, like, I'm barely pressing anything. I'm like, you know, every couple seconds I'm doing something and Yuffie's hitting the enemies like several times over. And then you get caught in an animation loop, and then I don't know what I'm doing after that.
Was that it? Ready for it? Back down.
Hooray, we saved him.
Not even a thank you?
But I tell you, they're a bunch of drugged out wackos. You gotta start listening to me, Yuffie. I think it's all ready to go. Okay, let's take a look over here. Because it looks like there's a ladder to something. But I'm looking forward to the Rebirth game coming out in next week. I'm curious as to what they're going to be changing. My biggest complaint with Final Fantasy VII Remake was the amount of filler that was in it. It was just chocked full of meaningless fluff. And I thought the game was good when it was replicating stuff that was in the actual original game. I enjoyed all that stuff quite a bit, and it was nice seeing, like, you know, all the PlayStation era cutscenes and dialogue and stuff be voiced and brought to life by modern standards. I thought that was all very cool, and I liked actually playing like the big boss battles and everything. And again, everything that was in the original game, I thought was great, replicated with the remake. But they added so much filler, and I think it was to try and fill the game out, because basically you're doing, because Midgar in the original game maybe takes you like 3 hours. And they made a 3-hour segment in a video game like a 20-hour game or more. So they filled it with a lot of filler. And all that filler started to drag on. I didn't mind some of it at first, but boy, did it, a lot of it not really feel all that great or important or interesting. So I'm kind of hoping, since they've had a lot more time to work on this one from the looks of it, that it's just going to more cover the core mechanics, and, you know, there might be a little bit of filler, but hopefully it doesn't take up a great portion of the game. It sure did with Final Fantasy 16, though. That's my fear, because the last game that they did, it's like there was a lot of filler in that game too, and that was equally unfun. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do feel like they, at this point, Final Fantasy VII takes precedent compared to their main games, unfortunately.
This is too weird. Okay, you got this.
Autistic ninja girl. A little bit of stutter going on, which is weird, I think. Oh, you know what? I don't usually play games at 4K either. That might have something to do with it. When I stream, usually the game looks pretty good when I just play on my own time, but when I'm streaming, I'm also recording the game, which takes pretty high resources. So I wonder if, like, pushing the game to the max ends up causing a problem. Sometimes, depending on the game, it doesn't matter. I figure with a 3-4-year-old game like this, it wouldn't matter too much, but you never know. A lot of it weighs into, like, optimization and stuff, too. Although, truthfully, this game was pretty well optimized from what I remember.
That neck smell's gone. Must have gotten used to it. Way things are going, I'll be working for Shinra next. Nice try, Midgar. I'm talking to myself. City's getting to me.
She seems like the type to talk to herself a lot, though. MP up materia. Power wrist guards. Guess I don't have anything else. Oh, let's see. Deadly dodge, steel. Definitely want the cure one. I don't know if I'll need assess, but sometimes it's handy, so. What's up, Mythical? Welcome back. This DLC was pretty hard for a 2-hour DLC. Apparently, it's pretty short. I was taking a look at how long to beat, and then apparently the average time for most people was about 4.5 hours. So I'm kind of hoping it's not terribly long, because I don't want to leak into next week when the new game comes out. And I also kind of want to get more time in with Tomb Raider, so I'm actually kind of hoping that it's not terribly long, but if it gets a little bit of a challenge, that'd be nice. My only problem is I haven't played the original game in so long that I have a fear that I might end up doing a lot worse just because I'm not familiar with the game.
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished. The situation is under control, and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We are in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1.
Oh, what do we have here? Man, that's gotta be Avalanche. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I can do better.
Yuffie?
Talking like that in front of a dozen people. Oh my god.
Yo.
What? There's our palm.
What's wrong with this guy's head?
Oh, you're Avalanche?
I'm Jija. Follow me.
He looks like a
What
gnome or something. But then he has like a modern guy haircut.
Why didn't you come meet me before?
I figured an elite W agent could find their own way.
I may be elite, but it's not like I've ever been to Midgar. And what exactly is a W anyway?
Anyone who lives where you just came from, think of it as a code name.
I was gonna say Wutai would make
I can't
sense.
believe they sent a kid to do this job.
This kid could kick your ass.
Saying you're a fresh face is all.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly what you're saying.
Give me a break, will
When she
ya?
shouted like that, she sounded like somebody.
Well, here we are. Ladies first.
From the news, they didn't get caught. They'll turn up. And when they do, we're gonna treat them to a feast. I can almost taste your pizza now, Jesse.
Shame, since you won't be getting any.
What?
Ah, the rest bench. Alright, what are we doing, Chief? The hell are you people? This is like the Avalanche C team.
These two are Billy Bob and Polk.
Billy Bob.
And that's Nayo.
Hi. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra HQ and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Ready to rumble, huh?
You better believe it. So, did you guys meet Sonon yet? He was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he got in 3 days ago.
He's out on the town as we speak. Really seems to be enjoying it here.
Oh, he does he?
You, got any bags?
As if. Ninjas always travel light.
He's got a poncho.
It's like a rule. But I did bring these. Wutai's famous Dachau beans. Eat up. And here you go.
Oh. Can you eat these things?
They're so big.
Guess you do.
Sheesh, you ninjas are insane.
Giant coat is traveling light. Oh, when you get a giant coat, what else do you
Wait
need?
here for Sonon. I gotta head out. Your ID should be ready
You
for
could
pickup
just
by
store
now.
everything in there.
Why don't I join ya?
Nah, I got this. Besides, you reek of trouble.
Stinky.
Huh?
What exactly does trouble smell like? Hi.
You must be tired from your trip. why don't you get some rest?
I already got some
All
rest.
the noise in this city? Impossible. How about you tell me where in the Shinra building they're keeping that materia instead? Don't hold out on me now. I know you know. Actually, I kind of
Smells
don't.
like action, you
At
think?
least
Alright,
not
so
in this
sweaty.
application.
Okay.
All I know is that Shinra, for most purposes, treats materia as a weapon. Which means the advanced weaponry division.
Except for when they
probably deals with
don't. They use it to
And
like
since
power
that's in
shit
the
too.
basement,
I see. So, Shinra hides its top secret materia in the basement.
She always
You won't have
laughing
wait
to
much
herself.
longer, my precious. I promise.
just be careful, will you? Please? Oh yeah.
Somebody in
You
Final
should
Fantasy did
introduce
that,
yourself
and
to
then
Billy
like
Bob.
the surrounding
knows a
people
thing or
were
two
always
about the
questioning
Shinra
what their
building.
problem was. I'm trying to remember who it was though. I think it was somebody in Final Fantasy IX. Somebody in Final Fantasy IX kept laughing to themselves, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" Might have been Eiko or someone. She was always kind of like a scheming type person.
You look kind of nervous.
I just want to make
You look
sure I
kinda
have the plan
nervous.
down pat. You know, like how to get up top and all that.
Well, if you had an ID, you'd normally just take the train up there. But with all the
Sounds
commotion
nervous,
going
too.
on,
His
that's
voice is
not
all
really an
shaky.
option. Security's on high alert. If you ask me, your best bet is to sit tight and wait for things to settle down some.
Sit tight, but I want to go now.
Be my guest then. Go get killed.
Harsh.
If you haven't introduced yourself to Billy Bob, you should. He's got some intel you might want to hear.
It's apparently right behind me, isn't he? You gotta play the other Final Fantasy after Rebirth. You just bought the Pixel Remasters PS5. Nice. Which other Final Fantasy? Or do you mean just like all the other ones?
You're welcome. So the materia I'm looking for is in the Shinra building, right? And where is that exactly?
Ignorance truly is bliss, huh?
What did you just say?
Oh,
Ignorance truly is bliss,
didn't
huh?
mean to offend you.
That's what he said.
Of course, you probably knew this already, but there's a whole other city built on the plate above us. Shinra building's right in the middle. You can't miss it.
Oh, that one. Why didn't you say so?
I turned the volume way down, but I think I'm actually gonna pick it back up a little bit. Let's do 2 points higher and see how that works. All of them? I got you.
Hey,
It's
you
gonna be
okay
pretty rough.
out there? Got all the info you need?
Yeah. Why? Is there something else I should know?
You know about the VR combat simulation module, right?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It's that thing that stimulates modulation.
The VR stimulator.
It's a machine that puts you in a virtual world.
That
where
sounds,
you can practice
erotic.
fighting all you want. There's even a portable version of it. Guy around the corner has one.
Uh-huh.
Hardly ever see technology that cutting edge down here. So what do you say? Want to try it?
I really don't have
Sounds like a
time
waste
to be
of time,
playing
no?
around with some stimulator. But just to be polite, I guess I'll take it for a spin.
The guy's name is Chadley. He's over by the neighborhood
Oh,
watch.
Chadley.
If you ever feel like some virtual training,
And he was
I'm
anything
sure he'd
but
be
a
happy to
Chad.
help.
Sonon's still not back? Must be in Walmarket then.
What's Wall Market?
Let's just say it's a place for people
Walmart.
with mature tastes.
Mature tastes.
There's lots of
Around the
different
corner stimulating
establishments.
himself.
It's kinda
Yeah,
hard to
Chadley looks
explain.
it. We'll,
Oh, I think I get
see
it.
him.
Like bars filled with smoke so thick you can't even see, and drinks so bitter you want to
What's up,
spit 'em right
Jubei?
back out. Where everyone gets drunk and complains about how kids just don't understand the value of hard work. They'll be the death of society. Ugh, how can they not see that they're the ones destroying it?
Calm down, lady.
Wutai
Also, you
got a
heard
place
the
like that.
R doesn't help
Run us
that you
through
plan on
lives
platinuming
away.
them.
It's called the
Probably.
Happy
I do
Turtle.
think that they
Interesting.
don't
There's a happy turtle in Midgar as well.
have like too many
I don't
extreme,
know where exactly because I've never actually been,
trophies and
but I do see
achievements.
their flyers from time to time.
I think, for them, so I don't think you need to worry about it too much. Most of the extra stuff usually in Final Fantasy games is relatively doable, except for things like getting Excalibur 2. That's just insane. I don't know how people do that.
There's a man who goes around putting up flyers for the bar. People call him Old Snapper. And he doesn't dress like your average Midgar male. Might be from Wutai.
I gotta find him. Man deserves some DeChow beans.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't listening to any of that. Also, wall market stimulation. We're in a damn glory hole here.
Yuffie? Might want to wait for Sonon before hitting the city.
Oh, I gotta talk to you now, too? Again?
You look about ready to die of boredom. Want to play Fort Condor?
Fort Condor?
I should have known. It hasn't been out long, so there's no way you W's would have heard of it.
Yes I have.
You W's.
And what's more, I'm awesome at it.
You W
I'll whip you
words.
so hard you'll wonder if you ever knew the rules.
For my benefit.
Unfortunately, no, you cannot do classic graphics on these. It'd be fun if you could, though. Beginner's Guide to Fort Condor. Oh. I mean, this is kind of cool that they put it, like, Fort Condor in the original game was a tower defense kind of side game. And if you did it all the way, you get a Phoenix materia, so it was kind of worth it. But I don't really want to do it now. Anyway, Fort Condor is a board game where you employ units and materia to destroy your opponent's headquarters. Before play begins, let's select each loadout. You can select what board to use, which will determine the number of ATB changes and material available to you, along with the units you wish to deploy. Check what units on and board your opponent plans on using to adjust accordingly. Your opposition's board and unit loadout is displayed on the right. Each unit has a weakness that can be exploited for massive damage, therefore keep in mind which units your opponent is using when selecting yours. You can edit your board or units at the moment, or cannot, I guess, so press A to start. If I don't want to fucking play. There's no way I could cancel this. Well, this is a full-on remake, so usually remakes remade from the ground up, they tend to lose out on the original data. Having those old PlayStation models might be fun, though. When the game begins, both you and your opponent will each have 3 bases and a headquarters and 2 outposts. To win the match, you must either destroy your opponent's headquarters or have more bases left standing when timer runs out. Units will automatically march forward and engage enemies once they have been deployed. That wasn't the best game, but Croc was going to get a remake. Oh god. I wasn't a big fan. I remember there was this, like, I remember getting Croc. I think my mom gifted it to me when I was sick. I think I had like an ear infection or something. So I was playing it while ill, which didn't help the experience. But I remember, like, there was something weird about that game, and it was probably because it was shitty, but I haven't played it since then. But, like, oh man, I couldn't even tell you what the problem was, but I had played other platformers, like, you know, it was on PlayStation, so I played Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. And, you know, those are pretty good as far as platformers go. And then I got Croc after that, and I remember playing it, and I beat it, but it was like, there was something not good about it. And I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was an odd feeling. Because usually you play a game, and, you know, I had played mostly good games, and I usually didn't have a problem with it, but I remember having, like, issues with Croc. And it was probably something attributed to the movements, but I don't remember specifically. I don't know what the hell any of this is. I'm kind of not paying attention because I don't really want to play this, but... Magic attacks. Materia allows you to use powerful spells during a match. Press LB to select the location to cast your magic. Once you've made your decision, press A to unleash the attack. Oh. I do like the revamped Fort Condor theme. I mean, Uematsu's music from the original Final Fantasy VII was so good in general anyway, but like, kind of hearing it in a rearranged format is nice. Movement was a bit stiff, and moving the camera adjusting at the same time was jank. It was probably one of those games where you couldn't move the camera independently of the character movement, right? I can kind of see that being the case. It's like, it was probably one of those games where the camera moved in tandem with the character movements. It was better than Glover. Well, I would hope so. I actually know a few people that like Glover quite a bit. Think about it fondly, but you know, it's probably one of those nostalgia things. Security officer. Ooh, we're making progress. I'm beating their ass. This isn't even quite a tower defense. I don't even know how to classify this. I would honestly, I think I'd like this a little bit more if it was, but I don't know. Guard dog, go! It's like shades of RTS or something, but it's like a highly automated version of one.
Damn, Yuffie, how'd you do that? You totally kicked my ass.
You mean you didn't lose on purpose? Wow.
Well, if you're looking for a challenge, the Undercity's got no shortage of serious players.
I've kind of got better things to do.
No, the concept and environments, but the execution was not it. On Croc, you know, I still have that game. I should
That's right.
see what it's like.
The hardcore competitors won't give you the time of day till you've proven yourself.
Whatever. Bring it on.
I find it, man, like odd that
All this talk
they're actually
giving
going
me a
through with that
headache.
though. They're doing a remake
I'm
of
gonna
it.
go do some recon.
I won't stop you. Just don't go too far, okay?
It's funny though. I think the version I have is the greatest hits, so it actually sold pretty well. So it didn't do terribly, and it, you know, it obviously got a sequel. There was Croc and Croc 2, but
You ever heard of that Fort Condor game?
what the hell is that? Not the Fort Condor. What is this?
Oh, the joy and cheer that await at the happy turn.
Okay, skip dialogue.
Oh, greetings, Softshell. So, how many of those flyers did you find?
What?
Ahem. Collect just 6 flyers for the Happy Turtle, and a one-of-a-kind prize could be yours. Ring
I'm
any
good.
bells?
Nope.
Well then, allow me to explain. The Happy
I
Turtle
think it's just a remaster. Oh, okay.
and the rules are simple. All you have to do is collect 6 of our fabulous
Well, if people are
flyers
complaining
from
about Tomb
around
Raider
Sector
controls, I
7,
wonder what their
and
opinions
you
are
earn
going to be on
yourself a prize
Croc.
sure to delight even the dourest Diamondback. Sadly, a handful of locals have taken to acting like stinkpots toward anything Wutaian, especially since the bombing. Some have even gone so far as to tear down
This man
my
looks
poor posters.
stereotypically
No wonder
Japanese.
nobody's won yet.
Like World War II propaganda Japanese.
Which leaves me in a pretty predicament. But
I'm surprised he
hey,
doesn't have, like,
my
buck teeth.
game might be your game. By collecting just a handful of flyers, you could be the first, and
He might. He's not
the
opening
only
his mouth
winner of the most
wide enough.
testimonious contest in Midgar's history. This here's a sample of one of our ads. Breathtaking, isn't it? Now it's up to you to find all 6. Leave no shell unturned, no pond unplumbed.
That prize is as good as mine.
Ah, since you're here, you wouldn't happen to have any Condor coins on you, would you? This job may keep a shell over my
I'm
head,
afraid
but my
not.
real passion's coin collecting. I'd gladly part with some oddities.
Well, I just
and
need to give you
commodities
everything, don't
in
I?
exchange for those little buttes.
No, I'm good.
I'm coming for you, Flyer.
I think we'll be skipping out on that side quest. I don't even know where the hell I'm going. I see the marker, but like, you kind of get locked into going some of these routes on their linear tunnel design. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this game's still like stuttering just a bit, which I find odd. Johnny, is that you?
Scare me like that. I'm highly strung. You're trying to kill me?
Oh yeah, that's Yuri Lowenthal, I think, doing the voice there.
Who doesn't spend all day muttering to themselves in the shadows? Like some kind of Shinra spy.
Say what? Me? Nuh-uh. I was just, you know, thinking about stuff.
Just thinking about.
Yeah, like how to bag that sweet, sweet Fort Condor prize money.
Everybody's obsessed with Fort Condor. Nobody brought it up
So you're after the Grandmaster
in the
too?
original game.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Mr. Shadow Lurker.
Must have not been
but
too
I'll be
hot at
one
the
taking
time.
home those spoils of war.
Well, over my dead body, you will. My life's on the line here. I deserve to eat. I deserve to live.
No. Okay, people doing like ranked Fort Condor matches. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we need to do. There's a combat simulator. Oh, I guess I have to do that. Or scout out Sector 7. Yeah, let's do that. Oh no, that's part of it. Okay, shit. Alright, well, where's the thing? I gotta find Chadley. I think he was over here originally. Oh, there he is. The little
Searching
yuppie.
for candidates. Candidate detected. Performing physical analysis.
Why are you such a
She seems
nerd?
relatively agile and has substantial muscle mass for her stature. An acceptable candidate.
Hey, you want to tell me what you're mumbling about?
My apologies.
He's got X-ray
My
specs,
name
and
is
he can see
Chadley.
right through your
Would you be
poncho.
interested in helping me with my research?
I'm Yuffie. Nice to meet you. So...
Yes, fine specimen
Combat. It would entail doing battle with a summon in a virtual arena using this portable simulator. Interested?
Sure. Why not? I'm a kick its butt.
Very well then.
Alright, time to use our VR stimulator. Old Rama, huh? I don't remember, was he in the first game? I don't even remember him. That didn't work.
Do your work.
Shit.
I really did.
I barely put a dent in him.
What a shame. It was a close match.
No,
However,
it wasn't.
I did manage to obtain some invaluable data. Analyze and learn from your mistakes so that you can claim victory next time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a few levels before that happens. Alright, at least we took a look at it though. That was all that was required in order to get the what's his nuts back here.
And come tomorrow. Man, just my luck. Dumb game's sold out everywhere.
Chadley, are you blind? Too busy looking through his X-ray specs and admiring Yuffie's muscle mass.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you.
What took you?
Sorry about that.
What?
Just thinking how you're nothing like your old man. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kasakabe.
And that face does not match that voice.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about him. Let's talk about something else, like how you've adjusted to life here, indulging in adult pastimes.
that mean?
Which I guess means drinking yourself stupid.
Oh, okay. Thought
Last
maybe
thing I need
meant
is
like
my
hookers and
partner
blow, but
stinking like
okay.
an over-the-hill has-been. Speaking of drinking, you been to the Happy Turtle? If you're part of Operation Down in One, I take it back. I am there next time you go. Don't worry, I can do adult stuff just fine.
Well, I don't even know where to begin with all of that. But I do know I haven't heard of Operation Down in One. At any rate, I'm looking forward to working with you, boss.
Like what beer?
Boss?
Was there? I remember
Well,
the
few
Turks
years
getting
on
drunk
it,
at some point, but I
but
don't remember
us
there
two,
being a whole lot of
not much
references to
I
alcohol in
guess I
the
have.
original 7. Glory hole confirmed, you know
I
it.
could get used to that. Beats being stuck on the bottom rung, that's for sure.
After we get that materia, we can celebrate your promotion at the Happy Turtle.
Yeah. Stupid bird.
Where are these pigeons coming from?
Says the merchandise is good to go.
Oh, carrier
Handoff's
pigeons.
at a depot and municipal storage.
Okay. Yuffie, Sonon, you mind coming along?
Not at all. Need to scope out the city anyway. Really get to know the enemy.
We'll be passing through a rough part of town, so you'll want to go prepared. I'll leave you to get ready. Hit me up outside when you're done, okay?
Be right there.
And the lip syncing is like freakishly on point. It's like so precise. It looks like it's AI or something. Surprising considering it's a teen-rated game. Yeah, well, I don't remember too many instances. Like I said, I think there was a couple. Specifically, there was a point where you're going to Wutai at the Turtle Bar, and there was all the Turks were just like hanging out and drinking. One of them might have been drunk. It might have been Elena, I think. So I think there was that. But I can't remember like too many other instances. But it's like funny because Final Fantasy VII was also the one where they had like all the censored cursing and stuff too. Like Barrett and Sid in particular were like swearing up a storm, but they were all like censored with the random characters. And then, you know, there's other weird like allusions to things. There's a lot of weird like sex freak things, especially with Don whatever that guy. So it's like it was an unusual game that like kind of branched out, I think, especially comparing it to previous Final Fantasies, where it felt like a little more adult in nature, but it was still at the service of, you know, the models and everything that they presented to us, which were all fairly cartoon-like. So also, you cannot control Sonnen in combat. Instead, issue commands to him using right trigger. Pressing right trigger will have him synergize with Yuffie, and he will team up with her to perform attacks in tandem. Try pressing the left trigger to synergize your team, which I don't think was a thing. This whole synergy thing, and there was sometimes you could do like a move maybe or something, like a limit. I don't know, maybe not. No, I don't think you could. But like it seems like there's a big focus on that because they were showing off a lot of the like synergy type things in the trailer for Rebirth. It seemed like each character could like do a move with another character and like, I don't know, pattern themselves off them. They like show Aerith with Barrett's sunglasses and stuff, and they're both doing some move in tandem. I don't know, look kind of interesting, but I'm sure we'll see that in the sequel when we get it. But I guess it must have started off in here then, because I don't really remember it being a thing in the original Final Fantasy VII Remake. Barrett's a cool character. I like a lot of. I think a lot of what makes Final Fantasy VII, the original, so special was its strong cast. Pretty much everybody was like a great party member, all very unique. Dual limit breaks. Tifa's made you laugh so hard. Full map of Midgar. That's in the other direction.
So the
Yeah, it's weird hearing like all these weird conversations going on around you.
You guys all set?
Yup.
Okay, streets are kind of a maze, so stay close.
So Naya, where we headed?
To pick up your IDs. There's no way to get topside without them.
But I thought GJ was getting our high Ds. What happened with that?
High
But
Ds.
those are different. It takes more than one ID, or even two, to survive in this town. Don't forget, Midgar was built by Shinra for Shinra.
Those tyrants!
Put the claws away, boss. At least while we're in Shinra territory. Whoa.
Oh boy. Autistic Ninja
So
Girl
Yuffie,
does it again.
What do you think of the Undercity?
Way too crowded. I can't stand it. Ugh, and the stench. How can anyone live here?
Gotta agree with you about the smell, but you get used to it quick enough.
Just push that cat out of the way.
Stop bothering you
And I did too.
The place can grow on you if you give it a chance.
Wait a second. Are you actually saying you like it here?
I haven't been in like a stinky city like too often, but I remember one time I used to go down to San Francisco every once in a while because my uncle lived kind of in the area. He lived in Castro Valley, but then we'd go to the city. But I remember walking through San Francisco once, and there was a block that just smelled like piss, and it was the weirdest thing.
What's up?
Those guys there.
I don't think I've ever smelt an area that just like reeked of urine.
They used to be with Avalanche, but left after a policy dispute.
Wow, look who it is. Loving your work. So how many reactors is that now? Wait.
Well, Charlie Sheen's back.
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will. A little fall ain't gonna stop a hard ass like him. He'll come swaggering back before long, you mark my words.
Yeah, I guess he will.
Now, can we talk about President Shithead? Spouting all that crap about us? That lying son of a bitch!
Man, it's actually been so long since I played
Wutai, Avalanche ain't nobody.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, I kind of forgot what their voices sounded like.
Speaking of sons of bitches, I heard that Wall Market's very own Don Corneo has his stooges out looking
Ah,
for
that's
ya.
a sex pest.
Is that so?
I don't know why. It's pretty much a shoe-in for a young Charlie Sheen. I would have to think it's intentional, but it's so weird.
We got Shinra in our sights. Tifa, you and I both know this is far from over.
Whoever's doing the voice acting for him kind of sounds like him too. It isn't, but it sounds like they're trying to do it.
While we still can.
Right.
Or be concerned for Cloud is so heartwarming. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
You know
Heart of
what?
gold and everything
I
with a
think I
tough
am gonna
exterior.
look into this.
Check out Scary Movie 3.
There.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
I did like that they kind of expanded Biggs and Wedge and Jesse's characters.
Better not.
That was one of those additional things that I actually enjoyed.
Should keep our distance.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
And even doing like some of the extra tidbit missions with those characters I thought was fun, as opposed to some of the other filler that kind of amassed in the remake.
The people in the Splinter Cell, they couldn't care less about collateral damage, long as Shinra goes down.
So what's wrong with that? Sounds good to me.
We're not out to blow Midgar up or tear it down. We want to save it from Shinra. Look around. 9 out of 10 of the people living here are innocent bystanders. We can't
What
level
about
their
those 1
homes
out of
to take
10?
down
What are they
one
doing?
company.
Well, that company almost leveled our home, and they've got to learn their lesson.
Yeah, I get that.
Gotta admit, I'm surprised you agreed to work with us.
We're just doing what we think is necessary to build a brighter future. That's
Yeah,
all
that
there
caught
is
my
to
ear
it.
too.
In other words, you're working
when
with
she said
us,
Splinter
you
Cell.
work with your old buddy,
Knowing
what would happen if we
little
did.
Sam Fisher work in here.
Can we table this
Not
for
gonna be that
later,
interesting. I
maybe?
guarantee you
Not sure
that.
now's the best time for heavy topics.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Consider it tabled.
So, what exactly does this
Pulled your
ultimate
attention
material
back.
do?
Yeah. You know, I've been
I'm
thinking
guessing
about
you have
doing the
big
Splinter Cell
plans for it?
series at some point, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Maybe this year because I'm digging up all the
So once
my
we've got the
backlog
ultimate
that I'm wanting to
materia,
do.
we'll be stronger than anyone.
And I've already got,
It's gonna be
I've got the first 3 ripped onto my original
not just
Xbox,
that.
so I could at least play them off of
By
there.
sneaking into Shinra HQ and snatching their most
I do have them on
prized
disc
possession
too,
from
but I
under
lent the
their
first one out
noses.
to a buddy of mine
Not
because
only will we deal a massive blow to their
you
morale,
need it to kind of soft
but we'll
mod your
prove to them
Xbox.
that while Wutai might be down, we're
And
not
instead
out.
of him
Get
having
the
to go
gist
out
of
and
it,
buy a
boss?
copy, I just shipped him mine. Well, the series has been dead.
See that one?
I forget what the last one was. I think it was like Blacklist, something like that.
Shot at the big tower.
Whoa, look at these guys.
So what do you say? Ready to be queen of the Undercity?
Hey! What am I? Chopped liver?
Kid doesn't need to hear this.
You'll be a good girl and cover your ears, okay?
You'd be living and working in the most luxurious residence in all of
You want me to
Roma.
be one of Corneo's brides, is that it? Which makes you a person of influence, right?
Oh, so you know your stuff. But I'd say I'm more of a helping hand.
I think the last reference
So why
there
don't
was
you help
to
me
Splinter Cell was that Division
What are you doing?
game.
Get your hands off me! Ugh.
Now don't go playing hard.
Pretty sure, anyway. But even that is like super old. I think it was the first one too, not even the second.
Know any kids who can do that? No, you don't, because I'm an adult. Also, I'm pretty hot stuff myself.
There's like a side mission or something that had Sam Fisher. Oh, that was right. That was the one where they referenced Snake.
Girl.
There's a Sam Fisher bit in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Maybe it was that. I don't know. I thought it was the Division because that was kind of like a Tom Clancy thing too. The fuck? Oh god, what is this music? Oh lord. But that was the one where he was talking about the Marine spy. Ubisoft taking a dump on its IPs is nothing here. And Jubei's always the one to call out bullshit for what Ubisoft does, called for or not, in terms of the context of what's going on. Not quite, but yeah, it's trying to be heavy metal. What is this? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get too far into it either, but I remember there being a thing where it was like Sam Fisher references Snake. Oh, shit. And seeing the clip on YouTube or something, or having it linked on one of the old message boards. I forget exactly where it was, but it was something like that. Do we have a, what the hell is an orb of gravity? I was like not paying attention to my health. Ooh, bloodbath. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. Well, that just took all my ability points. I own Blacklist. I actually bought it to play with a friend of mine, and then we never did anything with it because apparently there was a co-op mode. But oh hey, Kitsune, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, man. How you doing tonight? I don't know if Solidus is around to give you a shout out, but I'll do it in a sec here. I'm like shot up. I wish I could get Sonic back, but apparently not. Beat Sweet Home, played some I don't know what that is. Bellatro? What is that? Sounds like it could be interesting, though.
You're in for it.
Alright, we beat him. Thank God. I hope that ends that music.
Hey, at least you tried.
You're gonna eat those words, you smug piece of shit.
Just shout out there.
Boss, you're not gonna believe this.
Just came out today. It's a poker roguelike. That sounds weird. Sounds kind of interesting, though.
Goods under the hood,
Take a look at
in the
it.
trunk, and down for
You're
a
always
bumpy
playing something
ride.
unique. I appreciate that about you.
Sorry, ladies, but after careful consideration, we've decided to go with a more qualified applicant.
I see it. Okay. It's available on Steam.
Okay.
Highly recommended. I will keep that tab open then.
So who were those creeps anyway?
Don Corneo's talent scouts. They'll say and do just about anything to get unsuspecting girls back to the Don's mansion.
I thought it looked
Sounds
seedy.
kinky.
Guess you'd have to be a scumbag to build a place like that.
Oh-ho. And how do you know what it looks like?
I saw it.
I do enjoy a good poker game, but I'm trying to like figure out how a poker roguelike would work unless it's like defeating AI opponents and like getting buffs and stuff. I don't know. You remember hearing Rammstein come in at the end of Final Fantasy? Oh, the Jets theme. Yeah, that kinda. Every once in a while, you hit a weird Final Fantasy track. I think they're just trying to be quirky with the expansion here, though.
Now we just have to wait.
Wait for who?
Was that actually that wasn't like actually
We used
Rammstein
to
though,
have someone
right?
who
It just
could
like
make
kind of
big
sounded
ideas
like him.
in-house, but they went off with the Splinter Cell. We've never dealt with this particular vendor before.
Mostly trying to make poker hands and getting jokers that do interesting things to your deck. Okay,
Hey,
sounds interesting.
What's up with that guy?
Mako poisoning. That's what happens if you don't make the grade as a soldier. Or when the military.
Is it just like any type of poker, or is it like
just another one
strict
of Shinra's
rules, or
victims.
Texas Hold'em, or
Shinra's so gonna get it.
If it's Shinra, you've got
it was the real deal, huh? I never knew that.
You'll be needing these. Can't access the plate without them.
Oh my God, what does this guy come out of? All of these like side characters and NPCs do not look like they belong in the Final Fantasy VII world. I don't know where they come from, but
Thank you.
Hey, hold up. Try it.
it also just uses poker hands and its own rules past that. I got you. It's kind of its own unique thing.
Foreigners and their weak jaws.
We should probably head back and wait for Gigia.
Enjoy your material while you still can, Shinra. Cause we're
She looks so plain in the ID photo.
Not yet, boss.
Like an office
Things
worker.
the way they are, we can't
Oh, it
just
wasn't them?
stroll
Alright.
out the front gates. We're gonna need Avalanche to help us bypass security before we can do anything.
Aww.
I would have to think the composition was done by Uematsu, but I find it weird if he'd like collaborate with a big time artist like that. Usually in a lot of cases with Japanese companies, a lot of Japanese companies have like their own like recording label, and they tend to pull artists from their recording label that they collaborate with. That happens from what I've seen like in 90% of cases with music. But... Oh, it was the Black Mages. See, the Black Mage, yeah, that would make sense because they've done a shitload. I mean, obviously given their name and everything, but they do a shitload of like heavy metal covers of Final Fantasy music. They call the song Rammstein. Oh, okay. That's weird though. Why would they do that? I don't think it had anything to do with it, but I didn't know that was the name of the song either. It's used in the intro scene, if we're talking about the same one, because the one at the end of Final Fantasy X, or near the end when you're fighting Jet, you kind of consider that Jet's theme, and it's used in the intro CG cutscene of Final Fantasy X, but then during the boss battle they do like a metal mix of it, whereas in the intro cutscene it's a little bit more like semi-orchestrated. So there's just like a slightly different rendition with it. Let's see if they got any potions. I didn't even know I had any in stock. Probably need a couple feeding stones too if I could spare the gill.
What? Huh.
Oh.
What's this about?
It's on its leg. I thought that thing was like protruding out of its ass or something. It looks
Change
very
of
weird.
plans. Go to the pillar. We'll explain there. Hurry. Gigia.
Black Mage's version of Sigma. There was a couple Black Mage's themes, songs that they did that I remember really liking. Back in the day, I used to download a bunch of music, including like Final Fantasy stuff, off of LimeWire. And I remember finding a bunch of Black Mage's tracks and downloading a bunch of them and burning them to a CD. I don't know if I've heard the Seymour's theme one, but Seymour's got a pretty good theme, especially his final battle.
If you ask me, it's high time things picked up around here.
You like living in the fast lane, huh?
Yeah, I'm not your garden variety Wutaian. I'm a rare bloom.
More like a mutant.
Ooh, I'm so gonna use that.
The mutant bloom.
Hey, almost there.
Yeah, my whole family used LimeWire back in the day.
Hey, that's DJ.
And then it turned out it was like this highly illegal thing. We didn't even really think about anything of it at the time, but there was like so much shit getting shared. We never got anything like really big though, like movies or anything like that. It was usually just songs, I think. It's because the file size would take too long on a sharing service back in the, like early mid 2000s.
We might not be back for a while. Best to stock up before leaving.
I'm good.
Do you have any idea what DJ actually did?
Whatever it was, he probably did it for us.
Well, now I feel
No time for that, boss.
Right.
The bear share wasn't one that I was introduced to. I think it was my uncle that had introduced LimeWire to everyone, and that's the one we stuck with. But I remember hearing about that. Some other stuff too. Was Napster a sharing service for music, or was that like a legit program? I don't even remember, but I remember that being talked about a lot at the time. Ooh, getting a little jittery here. Obtained an indurate staff. What the hell does that mean? Oh, Sonen's got staff stuff. Okay, cool. Kindred cord, we'll give that. I'm gonna put that MP up, I think. Maybe steadfast block. Further decreases enemy damage and fills ATP gauge faster when guarding. Okay. I feel like I gotta guard a little bit more.
Shit. Got nowhere to run. Tell us what you know. Now!
How about later? That's stupid.
Man, why is this guy so ugly? Whoa, pulled a fast one.
After him!
Why don't they just shoot him?
Oh, talk about fast. Is he one of us?
We don't have time to get into that, boss. You can ask him yourself once he's safe. Come on.
I don't want to save him, he's too ugly. Would you save someone as ugly as that?
Got grit, I'll give you that. Piece of shit. He's toying with us.
Some kind of factory or something? It reminds me of a place I passed through when I first left.
I don't know, it kind of looks like
If
it.
it's anything like that, it'll be crawling with monsters.
Lucky you didn't try that in the US. Yeah, maybe. Although you'd have to figure with like the whole industry and everything. Midgar would be like the US and draining the planet's resources and everything. Midgar would be the US of the Final Fantasy world. Final Fantasy VII world. But I could be wrong. Okay. Well, I much prefer jazz battle music as opposed to like the pseudo black metal.
So what you think? Aren't I just awesome?
What am I missing here? And also, what are all these webs? Ah. She could have hopped across them while they were moving backwards. It's like walking up an escalator. I'm also wondering when she's gonna ditch the stupid Moogle cloak.
Sorry. Damn it. We should radio the other squads.
Aha! Been looking for you.
The hell?
Mad respect for not running.
I didn't choose this shit. This is just what she wore by default. I figured like once she revealed herself, like, aha, I'm Yuffie, the one that you've hired for this work, that she'd take it off, but she hasn't taken that shit off yet. Not bad looking, but I'd rather see like her, you know, original look. They've been cock teasing me for too long. Asses.
Not too shabby, Sonon.
Back at you, boss.
I think this guy sounds slow.
I know how this goes. If we want to get to TJ, we gotta shut that down. Okay, off switch, show yourself.
I don't see it. Is it like gonna be really far removed outside of this spot? Oh yeah, it is. You dare tell me it was obstructed when I can hit it? Did it come back? Oh, I guess it must have. It's like I couldn't control the characters for a second. They were just like standing there dumbfounded. Wait, they're no longer chasing you. Stop. Oh, good. Phoenix down. What is that? Oh, sure. Whee!
Hey, you think Niall's alright?
She's a local, remember? She'll be fine.
I don't know, some people were threatening to like rape her a second ago, so.
I feel bad saying this, but after what happened back home, I just kind of assumed no one.
Or maybe
had
actions that would eventually lead to that. I guess it was more abduction, but still.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it looks like Avalanche has changed a lot since that went down, huh?
It's got you assholes working for him now. Oh wait, there's still Shinra people chasing after this ugly goblin.
Come on.
You guys just don't know when to quit.
Why'd you jump down?
Done it. This is over. You're getting it good. Enjoy your freedom while you can, DJ.
I haven't listened to jazz type music in a while. It reminds me of listening to the seatbelts. I always dodge too late.
Never count a ninja out. Get lost! Stop now!
God damn it. Let's see. Who's got... Actually, I don't know what even will work on any of these people. People, creatures, monsters, wherever they are. Yuffie and Sonen's synergized attacks make enemies susceptible, staggering, and are highly effective against pressured foes. When both Yuffie and Sonen have ATB charges available, they can perform synergized versions of a number of their abilities. Note that Sonen's ATB gauge fills more slowly when he is synergized. Press LT again to disengage.
Get your butt over here!
Alright.
Great.
I'm burning through potions a lot because I think they're clicking the spells. So maybe I should start using that a little more often.
How do you like this? You're going down! Let's do this!
Got it.
There we go. Okay. That's how you do the synergized attacks.
I sentence you to a beating! How do you like this?
Dead? Oh, there it goes.
Hope you learned your
Like
lesson.
standing in a weird, awkward position for so long. Steel Reaper.
Looks like our ticket across.
Actually, that might be a Yuffie weapon. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't even know I received another weapon. Boomerang. It's kind of cool looking, but it actually doesn't do as much raw attack damage. Just seems to focus more on magic, which actually might be better. I don't know. Ooh. The thing too is that it has more materia slots, and this Steel Reaper has one less than what I've got equipped now. Oh boy, let me see. What did this have on it? Steel, which I haven't even been using, so I don't know how hard pressed I am to keep trying to get that. Let's see, what else do we want? Dodge. I think we should do another magic or something. Wind, perhaps.
10-4. Be there as soon as we can. Unit 3 says they've got the suspect detained near pillar maintenance. We better not keep them waiting.
What? Pillar maintenance? How'd they let him get that far?
Hell if I know. Come on.
You heard the man.
Wait, boss, no! Freeze!
Should have jumped him from the start, to be honest.
Bruising or bruising. Gotcha. Got you now.
Safety first.
You're going down. Get your butt over here.
I'm on it.
Don't pull any punches.
I'm staggered a bit. Didn't even need to do anything. These guys are pretty weak, especially compared to the last thing that we fought.
Well, that sucks. Why do killing people just be so hard?
Gotta learn to think before you act, boss. You're gonna get yourself killed one of these days.
Sure, whatever. Now, how do we find Gigi?
I've got an idea about that. But let's get to a vantage point first.
Nice if I could find a bench or something.
Alright. See that massive massive structure up ahead? That's the pillar those troopers were talking about. Assuming the maintenance facility's near there, we should probably head toward it. Sound good?
Works for me.
Come on.
Can I jump? Guess not.
How are we gonna get across?
There we go.
Oh, is that a switch I see?
Yeah, you already hit it, Yuffie. You fool.
I just want to get this over with.
Wow.
You're going down. Get lost.
Sometimes I like heal myself. I wonder if there's like, oh, you know what? It might be like a magic attached or something. Or actually, did I get rid of? Oh, son of a bitch, I did. I actually got rid of my heal materia. Which is not good. Yeah, why not? Let's give him a little. I don't know how long this guy's actually going to be in a party. He might end up ditching this shit pretty soon, but. Oh boy. Oh no, I have to. Oh man, that sucks. And it's not a huge deal, but that materia is stuck on that weapon, so I have to like take it off. I guess. I want to get rid of the wind materia though, because that doesn't like do a hell of a whole lot for me. Although, wait a second. No, it's still. What the hell? No. Wait, so what happened to that materia? Oh, maybe it was on the armlet. I don't know, I like it. It's quite the OST. There was some like really shitty song playing during one of these segments where it was like that punk metal shit. But so far this jazz has been, I don't know, I've been digging this. So hopefully the rest of the soundtrack is kind of more akin to this one. You love it? Yeah, I'm a big fan of like big band jazz, or you know, just like I like real when I listen to music, especially when I'm like doing work. I like stuff that's real kinetic and has good rhythm. I honestly should listen to more jazz, but I kind of don't. But I think it'd kind of be more like right up my alley. I don't know what the hell happened to this healing materia. It's somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh, it's still on that. No. Never mind. No, it isn't. Is there a way to organize this shit? Oh, sort. There it is. Where was it? It like vanished, and now it's back. It was gone, but then it's back again. I'll just keep the deadly dodge on there. If there's anything else I need. The Jungle D&B revival. I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Always looking for new music, though.
How you like this? Get lost! At least put up a fight.
Oh, jeez. Dodge 2 times and I'm getting hit anyway.
I've got you.
Oh, that's what he does. Okay, that's how I got resurrected last time.
No sleeping on the job. Might as well. Get lost!
Stop. Stop approaching me. Okay, now that we have Cura, though, this might work a little bit better. Oh my god. This enemy does a shitload of damage.
Hey, get your lazy butt up. Get lost! Felt that one, did ya? How about you pull yourself together?
Banishment, who's this? Sure, why not?
At least put up a fight. How you like this? Got no way!
Ugh.
What are you doing down there? Get up!
Now he's dead again.
No sleeping on the job. You're going down.
ATB gauge isn't filling up fast enough to keep us healed. Your move, and then he dies.
Better to be safe than sorry. You better not be dead.
What I really need to do is stagger this guy, but
How about you pull yourself together?
I've got you.
yep.
What? You're gonna make me do all the work? Please.
Gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh my god.
Wutai's white rose.
I should have tried the limit break. We had the limit break. I might have been able to kill it, but at the same time, it had like half its health bar left. Retry from the last battle, yeah. It's like a dog is harder than anything else we fought so far.
This'll be fun.
Oh well. It's the reverse of fun. This dude's already unconscious. Yeah, at least I get all my items back.
Up and at 'em. You better not be dead. How about you pull yourself together? Great. Just great.
I think he died again. God damn it. I don't know. This seems a little rougher than it should be.
This is nothing.
I mean, I remember Final Fantasy VII Remake kicking my ass every once in a while, but not to this extent.
Tell me, which way is it to Wutai?
try from the last battle again and see if I can do this. Otherwise, I might have to reload a checkpoint. There's not like a whole lot of enemies though, so it's not like I could grind or anything. Maybe I can sneak by it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
It's not. Although we do start the battle like with half health, which I think is weird.
Gonna knock you down a bit.
Aw, someone need a rest? Breathe. I'm just getting started.
Okay. Pleasure.
Wanna beg for mercy? You can thank me later.
Keep us all well adjusted here. If I can get it staggered, I think we could probably do some decent damage, but it's like a big if at this point. It is pressured, but I don't think that's staggered.
Ready?
There we go. Okay, finally. It's not a limit break, though.
Sick 'em, loyal minion.
Back to it.
Don't pull any punches. At least put up a
Great
fight.
synergy. Miss every
Loyal
attack.
minion.
Oh shit. Was that on the wrong person?
Nice one.
That just like jack shit. Okay. Also, that's a D&B mix specific 90s, 2000s game tracks if you ever want to listen. But the genre isn't just in games, of course. Maybe a bit more relevant, interesting to start with. I got you.
You can thank me later.
I will take a look at that, thank you. I've actually got to do a bit of work tomorrow. I will be needing a soundtrack to back me, or a podcast, but I think I'd probably like to listen to music a little bit more at this point.
Need some backup! Thanks for that. Let's do this. Back at. Ready? Hold on tight. Don't pull any punches.
Keep it up, huh?
Need some backup! Don't pull any punches.
Integrate the work, focus too. Yeah, that's what I need. I don't know if I've ever like diagnosed myself with ADHD or something, but I do a lot of like commission artwork, and when I'm like drawing and stuff, I find it very hard to focus. Like I keep like feeling a pull to like distract myself with something else and pull away from my work. But if I'm like listening, especially to music, it doesn't work as well with like podcasts, but sometimes I could get a little bit more out of that. But with music, if I can find something that's got like a good rhythm, again, like I described before, when it's something that's more kinetic, it helps me focus and keep, you know, on whatever I'm working on a little bit better. So thank God. God, that was a rough fight for just like it wasn't even a boss battle, it was just like a random dog. Piece of shit. Make me look like a fool. Oh no. Oh,
Bet I
okay.
can finish 'em off
It's not. It's more dogs, but it's not the same type of dog. Oh shit. And then I get knocked out anyway.
Hey, get your lazy butt up.
DB mixes have been perfect for you to focus. Hope you enjoyed too. Reminds me of optimistic times. Oh, that's good. Oh Jesus.
Great. Just great.
I've got you.
Oh god, like dogs in general.
Just gonna leave
I always
me
talk about my
like
hatred of dog type enemies. It's a pain in the ass to deal with.
Get it together, Yuffie. I can see him right now.
Restart this one too. I think it might be like jumping into these battles like at half health. It might have something to do with it. What the dog doing? I'm getting that dog in me. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna use an ether too.
Just leave us alone, will ya?
I cannot dodge shit for the life of me. Jesus.
Okay then.
Yeah, let's do the windstorm. It seemed to work pretty well last time. Look at that. Jeez. Boy, we almost knocked both of them out.
Back to it.
That's to be you.
Alright. Well, the synergy definitely worked this time.
The wrath of the ninja.
Want to overreact a little more?
Well, that affects all of them.
Hey, about what you said earlier.
Which was...
About Avalanche, how it's changed.
Oh,
These people are too soft. But those Splinter Cell guys, they sound like the ones we should have teamed up with, don't you think?
yeah. I guess so.
I feel bad for complaining, considering all they've done for us.
I know what you mean, though. We're all just...
Who are the Splinter Cell guys?
And that's the problem. Wutai doesn't need good people. Not that we care what happens to them.
Looks like I can get to that central platform if I climb back up, but I think I might need to get over here. It's hard to say. Oh, there's a thing over there too. That's fine. That's what that was for. It's like a little extra treasure bit or something. I reckon a PC, PS5, and TV is too much for one power board. You don't do much intense on the PC. I've got a TV, a PC, PS5, Wii, Xbox Series X, and a PS3 all plugged in the same power strip. So no, I don't think so.
Boss, wanna try treading a little lighter this time? No point fighting if we don't have to.
Yeah, I know. Gotta be quiet.
But I don't know. That could be like, because you know I live in the U.S. We might have different like rating standards than anywhere else. But still, I haven't had any issues. I don't think with power or anything. And I haven't really touched any of my equipment since I moved into this house. That was back in 2019. So I really thought I would too, because this is an older house, and I just wasn't sure if like the electricity would be up to snuff. But
Like the facts in the fire.
puked on me. Oh, this is just like the Yuka Bukala or whatever from Monster Hunter. The bird, and it was like pecking at me like all sorts, and then it just whipped out a rock and trying to smash my face in. This isn't your game, Squeenix.
Let's do this.
Try that windstorm. That seems to be like one of the more effective abilities we've dealt with. Ooh, we got the pressure on. I'm surprised they made like a big deal about this enemy, and we beat it faster than we beat both sets of dogs.
Let's get our rear view here. Big G little O, go, go, go!
Something seems slightly imbalanced. I don't know. Maybe it's just my ability. Obtained a note from Gigi. Should I read it? I don't know. What the hell would that... Oh, inventory, okay. Like, what would that even be under? Conveyor belt passes through storage, break containers with shurikens, screw over Shinra, get to it. Just tell me what to do. Conveyor belt up ahead will take you through a storeroom filled with small, medium, and oversized Shinra boxes. Use your weapon to break them apart and stick it to the man. Which was a indie game that I got for free and I never played, but I watched someone stream it a long time ago. I don't think the physics are supposed to work like that on the big boxes. Hey, we got an elixir. Oh my god, look at all those boxes. There was like a minigame I seem to remember in Final Fantasy VII Remake where it just comprised of like breaking boxes. If throwing a star misses or an object is barred by its flight path, it will automatically return to Yuffie. Time your throws carefully and make sure nothing can interrupt it. Yeah, I've been doing that, thanks. I know how its physics works. Sonon, your ass is in the way. Boy, the physics on this is a little wonky. Ooh, 3 mega potions. Honestly, it doesn't look like these boxes have been well kept and have been maybe sitting here for several years, so I don't know how much we're sticking to what man, but I don't think they really care about any of this inventory. That was like 3 vials of celeries. I think it was Celeris, but I don't know what Celeris is either. 6 oversized boxes, 46 medium, and 81 small. Can get better than that, except when it does. Oh boy.
Building just green is important.
It has to be.
I was gonna say, we're getting closer to the pillar, I think. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Sometimes the skyboxes, the visuals are very, very inconsistent in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sometimes stuff like in the skyboxes looked beautiful, and sometimes it just looked like shit. It's just like, I remember in particular there was a scene in Aerith's mother's garden, and they had to zoom in on these flowers, and the flowers were like incredibly low LOD. They were like almost Avatar imposter levels of tiny LOD measurements, to the point where they looked square. I don't think it was supposed to look like that. Not if it was, I don't know why they zoomed in so hard on it.
They might call this place a maintenance facility, but it looks more like an arms factory to me. Let's keep it tight, boss. We can't afford any more mistakes.
But every once in a while you take a look at like these big skyboxes, especially the ones that show like, you know, a lot of the structure of Midgar, and it looks great. And then I remember one when you get like to the top of Midgar and you look down below, and you could like definitely tell it was a skybox. There was like no trickery going on behind it. It just looked bad. Alright, a potion vending machine. Ooh, discounts. I didn't even see where my money... Oh, there it is. Actually, I'll just... Yeah. I'll buy everything they got. We've calmed down from, like, the action jazz to, like, the... ambiatic jazz. I gotta look at the soundtrack of this and see what kind of jazz tracks we got. It's actually been pretty good for this entire segment. I was worried when it was like that dork metal that was playing, but this all has been pretty good. Oh, look, they actually have like equipment here too. I gotta get something that boosts defense, because holy shit, I'm getting my ass handed to me by like wild animals, and it's embarrassing. At least do that. But I think I am actually going to stop here. I was looking for like a point after most of the action took a break, which it seems like it has. And we can pick this up next time. I think we put about 2 hours in. Playtime says 1 hour 49. I feel like it's been a little bit longer, but that might be accounting for like me reading out stuff and pausing and whatever. So at least we got it to work, because I was a little bit worried that, I don't know, the game was broken. It still stutters like crazy, which is weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I should try lowering it even further, but I think there's not like a hell of a whole lot I can do to like lower the settings that much, because they don't give you that many. Oh, I could try locking into 60. That might be what's causing some of the stuttering. I'm so used to like running games at like 90 frames per second, and now it's kind of insane. But even like modern stuff that I've streamed, like I remember the Dead Space remake and Resident Evil 4, and I think it's a couple other things I was playing on PC. Armored Core 6. All those were running like at 90 or 120, so I don't know why a 4-year-old game is having issues, but oh well. Anyway, we're going to call it here. We'll probably be back tomorrow. I think we'll maybe do the same kind of thing. We'll do some more Intergrade, see if we can finish it up, because apparently it's only like 4 hours long, and we'll do more Tomb Raider as well. 1440p would be amazing. Your PC couldn't do that. I usually keep on top of trying to upgrade my PC. The last upgrade I put in was a 480 NVIDIA card, and it's been pretty nice. I got that right before the release of Resident Evil 4 Remake, and it's been serving me pretty well. All my other pieces and parts and stuff I did last year when I built this computer, so they're not terribly old. I got an i9 processor. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, which doesn't always play into everything, but so far everything's been running pretty stable. I like to stream at 1080p, but I also like to record at 1440p. So when I put recordings up on YouTube, it's 1440p and running at 60. But when I'm playing on my own time, I could potentially do like 3K and maybe kind of like 90 depending on the game, but it's kind of give or take. But yeah, I don't mind docking it lower if I need to, but it's just sometimes it feels so inconsistent. The other thing is when streaming, again, when I stream, I record at the same time, and recording takes a lot of resources. So it's almost like you're running another game alongside the game. And that could be a bit of an issue. I can't hear it with my headphones on, and luckily I have a compressor, but I know like the GPU fans are going crazy when I'm playing a big game on PC and streaming at the same time. So just one of those things. Hopefully I won't have to upgrade for a while, because parts are just getting more expensive and I'm making less money. So it's not the greatest situation to be in, but I'm pretty comfortable with where I'm at right now with my computer hardware. Oh, but anyway, yeah, should be back tomorrow. I think we'll do more of this. We'll continue on, see if we could do more of the Tomb Raider 1 expansion. If I finish that up relatively quickly, like under 2 hours, maybe we can move on and do some Tomb Raider 2, and then we'll see if we can finish up Intergrade, and then next week, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Should be interesting. But anyway, that's it for now. Been a pleasure talking with everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you as always. And everybody have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Until then, later.